Imagine this. You are walking down Butlerova Street, a place designed and built back in the 1970s. Everything looks typical for that era until suddenly, boom, it appears before you, the Zenit Sports Palace, a massive, striking piece of Soviet architecture that looks like it came straight from another time. Today, I'll take you inside and outside this incredible building. But here is the twist. By the end of my visit, a woman actually told me to stop filming some of the corridors. Luckily, I'd already captured everything, and I'm going to show it all to you. Hey everyone, welcome to Karina's Strolls. Today's video wasn't even planned. I just went for a walk filming Zenit for a Wikipedia project, and halfway through I thought, why not turn this into a full story? So, shall we go? For me, this place isn't just about architecture or history. It's deeply personal, and later in this video I'll share it with you. Built between 1972 and 1976 under the direction of architects Grigoriy Morozov and Oleg Kurbatov, the Zenit Palace was a rare technical achievement. During construction, the plan changed. It was supposed to be just a football training dome, but once the stands for 3,500 spectators were added, it became a true sports palace. The building itself is enormous, 159 meters long, 72 meters wide, and 20 meters tall, with a total volume of over 183,000 cubic meters. Yeah, the scale is truly impressive when you are here. I tried to capture every detail to convey the right feeling and mood. Now, let's go upstairs and take a closer look at the football that so stirred my imagination as a child. A simple but interesting staircase leads to the second floor, and I'm very glad that the passage here is open. So while we are walking here, I'll tell you a little bit of my personal story, which will also show you the realities of those times. Back in the tough 90s, my grandmother managed to save some money. She gave it all to my mom so she could travel abroad to places like China, South Korea, and Turkey, and buy clothes to sell here inside this very building. You see, during those years, the Zenit Sports Palace wasn't just a sports arena anymore. It turned into a kind of marketplace, with rows of vendors selling clothes. There were even arcade machines. Sorry, but wow, just look at this awesome ball! So simple and so spectacular. Oh my gosh! Do you like it? Just like I do? So, what was I talking about? Yeah, of course. My mom worked here and she met the man who would become my stepfather. I was maybe 5 back then. My biological father was an alcoholic, unfortunately. But this place, as strange as it sounds, became a turning point for my family. Every time I walk here, I don't just see concrete and steel. I see where my family started to rebuild their lives, right here, inside these walls. That's why this building means more to me than just Soviet modernism. It's a symbol of survival, hope, and a reminder of how people adapt, even in the hardest times. So, we've just explored the entire front facade. You're still here, right? What do you think about this kind of architecture, about this building, exactly? Too simple? Interesting? Or are you already booking tickets to St. Petersburg to come and see it yourself? By the way, I used to come to this building for animal exhibitions when I was younger, and I think they still hold some here even now. Alright, shall we move on? Honestly, I didn't even expect to get inside that easily. But the nice security guy let me in and said I could film. Well, until I met a less nice lady at the end, who suddenly told me to stop recording, and she didn't even seem to know why. Just because, I guess. Alright, let's take a closer look at the entrance area, the trees, also the sign at the entrance, and then I suggest we move on. Inside, much of the interior remains completely untouched. This is exactly the kind of place where you can immerse yourself, at least for a little while, in the Soviet atmosphere. Okay, so let's go.
Что-то вас интересует?
А я, да, снимаю дворец спорта.
Ну, снимайте.
Ага. Okay, guys, honestly, sometimes commenting would only ruin it. I'll leave you for now alone with the background music and what I managed to film. Кафе-пекарня Титова. Ходи бесплатно, обучайся, а летом в Сочи собирайся. Путевку в Сочи покупай и год занятий получай. 1977. Also 1977. 1978 with signatures. Coming up next is a door that I couldn't open, but we'll get in there soon. So I decided to return to the hall we saw almost at the very beginning and to go up the stairs. You noticed them too when we first entered here, right? Well, I also couldn't just pass them by. That's just how curious I am. Now just look at how old this furniture is. It's great they didn't throw it out, though I suppose it's not the most comfortable anymore, of course. But it certainly creates an atmosphere. Let's take a closer look at the details. I remember having planters like these in my elementary school. It even gave me a strange feeling of joy just now. Well, then I decided to take a walk through the hallways. I won't say I found anything particularly interesting here. I'm just curious about everything. You never know where you might stumble upon something fascinating, right? Overall, if you are as curious as I am, then stick around until the end. I want to show you a few more old photos of the Zenit Sports Palace and even a photo of some fire that happened near the building. It will be at the end of the video. The inscription on the map reads Railways of Russia and neighboring states. I said to the man, "You may pass."
Железные дороги России и сопредельных государств.
The map is a modern one, of course. And here is another hall. It's sunny and pleasant here, but there are a few interesting Soviet-era details, and soon you'll even spot a woman in red who stopped me from filming further. But to be fair, I really did capture everything. And downstairs there is a corridor exactly like the one upstairs you just saw, so nothing interesting. Whoops, and as you can see, the hunt for me had officially begun. I already knew where things were heading, but I stubbornly pretended not to understand. I even started speaking Russian to you all in the mirror.
Так, приветики опять. Это опять я.
Okay. Me strange too.
Да я ничего не хочу, я снимаю. У меня англоязычный блог про советскую архитектуру, дачи загородные всякие. А почему мне разрешили? А это разве...
So she didn't really have any arguments, but she spoke quite politely. She tried to convince me that filming wasn't allowed, but it actually is allowed. A person of Soviet upbringing, all in all. Just in case, I'll ban it to prevent anything worse from happening. That is the logic. Well, that's the walk we had today. Next, as promised, there will be some old photos at the end. Thank you for being with me today. I'll be waiting for you on the next trolls. Bye bye! Looking forward to your likes, subscriptions and questions in the comments, or just your comments. Anything you want, you can write below. Bye!